She came out, I was sleepwalking off the gummies, and I was peeing in the sink. I was just peeing in her sink, and her cat is right there next to me, just like watching me pee in the sink.
Wait, you're not, no.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I love this.
Dude, it's like coming to therapy every week. It's so fun.
I'm just going to stop paying my therapist to come here and craft the show.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited to have you, Hunter. Thank you so much.
Hunter McVey, what's up?
The same old, you know, posting douchebag photos online and going about my business.
Hey,
so
we gotta love it.
Enjoying, but you guys doing well?
Yeah, we are. Thank you for asking.
Okay. You guys look just as good as usual. You know, it's been a long time.
Sweet. I know it has. It's been way
too long. I'm like, we've been virtual friends for like a year and a half, but like we're like 10 miles, or no, like how many miles from each other? Like 5?
Tin roofs in the middle, though.
Tin roofs in the middle.
Okay, Hunter. So I feel like, yeah, we haven't talked in a while, but you have been absolutely killing it. And I think you posted at the beginning of this year. It was like a New Year's resolution type of thing that you were going to start posting online. And now you have over 300,000 followers.
It's been fucking crazy.
Can you tell us about your career journey so far?
I will. You know, how much time do you have?
I know.
I'll keep it short. They'll realize I'm a little bit of a rambler, a little bit of a yapper. So if I get to that point and we're weaving in and out, just bring me back around.
Okay.
But it was a strange start to the social media journey. Initially, the first video I ever posted, I didn't mean for it to go online. I actually made it for myself. I just made a video in my room recording what I was proud of myself, what I was proud of for 2023, some of the things I accomplished, some of the changes I made, and then I had my goals for 2024. And it was like a 20, 25 minute video. And I watched it back and I was like, well, like if you really want to accomplish these things and set these goals and actually, you know, get there, you should probably just post it online so everybody else knows what you're doing and then you can't back out, you know?
Yeah,
so
love it.
I took the video, edited it up a little bit. It was on TikTok and it was my goals for 2024. Ultimately, I ended up getting a very good response from that video from, you know, some of my friends, some of the people that I hadn't talked to in years, random people as well were like, wow, you know, this is relatable. I wish you the best of luck. Like, you know, I'll be following along your journey. It probably got, you know, 1,000 or 2,000 views. And I was like, okay, you know, let's ride with this. And so I set the goal for myself to start posting every single day on TikTok. Initially, it was more centered around fitness stuff, fitness, nutrition. It's a huge part of my life. Always has been. I grew up, you know, fat as hell. And so it's been a part of my life for 10 plus years. And I was like, I think some people could benefit from some of the things I've learned over the years, some of the mindset changes I made last year, especially with, you know, being in my younger 20s, mid 20s and shifting out of that lifestyle of going and, you know, blowing money every weekend, drinking to, you know, forget my issues and really facing some of my fears and the things I wanted to accomplish. So I started posting every day. I realized I started really liking content creation. I wanted to share more than just my fitness. I started doing clothing stuff, hair care, skin care, mindset, lifestyle videos. And then we built up a decent sized following over the first 3 months or so of TikTok. I think I was at like 45,000 or 48,000, somewhere around there. And I actually joined the creator program on TikTok. It was like the beta program, I think, creativity beta, where they pay you for views. I was like, because at that point I was like getting, I think the 3 weeks prior, I did 1.9 million views total that week, 2 million views the next week, 2.1 million views. So I was like, okay, let's start monetizing this a little bit.
Yeah.
And I joined the creativity beta program and then it absolutely killed my engagement on TikTok.
Really?
You know, that next week I didn't do anything different content wise, but my views went down from like 2.1 million to 30,000.
Wow.
And I remember like I had just hit 50,000 on TikTok and I made a thank you video and it got like 2,500 views. And the video I made thanking my followers for 10,000 got like 50,000 views.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay, you know, this is a little bit discouraging. And then, you know, I'm doing a deep dive on Reddit. Seemed like thousands of other people had a similar experience. Some people said their engagement went to shit. It came back. Some people said it never came back. Some people said they left the program and it came back. Some people said they left the program and it never came back. So I tried to keep trucking along. The engagement didn't really get any better, but I was just like, you know what, I didn't really freak out about it. You know, I was talking to Julia, my girlfriend, and she's like, babe, you know, things happen for a reason. Like, you know, just keep doing you.
From doing social media, have you felt like there's sometimes a day where you're like, I don't want to post anything. I don't want to do this. Like, do you just do it?
Yeah, there's been days like
Yeah.
that for sure. It doesn't happen often. Usually I've gotten a pretty good system figured out where I'm never really scrambling anymore. I used to be scrambling every day, because I was sticking to a post per day, no matter if I felt like it or not. I would come up with something and it'd be 2 a.m. and I'd be like, I have to have something posted at 8 a.m. and I'd just figure it out. But nowadays, I have a videographer on retainer, an editor. I have multiple people I film with. I have multiple videos, in the drive that are ready to go if I need something, So it's like I have it kind of spaced out where if I need to take a day or I need some time, then I don't necessarily have to be go like I used to.
That's nice.
So it's kind of planned out. But I've definitely felt that way. It's definitely a lot, and you got to be. It's unlike anything else where it's hard to turn off. It's 24/7. Whether
Totally.
it's 8 a.m. or 3 p.m. or 12 at night. It's like I always have something to work on. I always have effort that I can be putting in different places. So Julia keeps me pretty grounded with that.
Yeah, that's nice.
She's really been a huge help for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That was, a lot. So
We
I don't
loved
even
it.
know if you can.
No,
loop
this
that back
is
around, but-
perfect, Hunter.
Yeah, because you're gonna go. I know what you're gonna do next.
Oh my
do
god.
it.
How
Wait.
do you know what I'm gonna do?
I'm just
next?
assuming. Do it.
Well, obviously our show is a lot about dating and relationships.
Yes.
And you have a girlfriend, Julia, who we want to meet because she seems awesome.
Y'all are gonna love her.
Okay, amazing.
Yes.
So can we set that up soon?
Yes.
Okay,
of
great.
course.
Yay.
But I know that one time you and Mackey went on a date.
We did go on a date. Yes.
So I just had to bring that up.
Yes.
Wasn't it a date?
I think it was a date.
It was 100% a date.
What did you
Yeah.
guys do?
We had
We-
3 options to choose from.
Yes. We went to the store.
But what were our options to start with? It was.
Did I give you
to
these
make
options?
Dinner. Yeah, to make dinner, rock climbing, or one other one.
And I
It's a
think
game show. What is it? You're like, you have 3 options. Pick a
I
door.
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like so Hunter, I feel like, right?
I mean, this was like, what, 2 years ago?
It was
was
2
2 years
years ago,
ago.
So
Okay.
if you're watching this, my strategy, if I was in that position now, it probably would have changed. My 3-option strategy.
Okay, but you guys ended up making dinner.
We ended up
made
making
pasta.
dinner.
I was like so nervous, like I can't cook.
I
Well,
think
go ahead.
it was funny. I don't remember if you said this like before or after, but you're like, who the fuck wants to rock climb on a first date and be like, have your underwear like scrunched up like on the wall and like have like this
that's
terrible
so
view.
Mackey.
I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I
that's
didn't really
me.
think about that.
Yeah.
I think I may have went rock climbing like the first time right before that. I was like, this is a blast.
awesome. No, I need to be
like-
more outgoing. Like I need to be more open to adventure.
But, yes,
but yeah,
we
we went on
cooked
a date and then we went
chicken.
to we cooked chicken and pasta.
Chicken and pasta, had some wine. We ended up going to Tin Roof.
Yeah, it was hammered.
With your friends, right?
Did we,
yeah,
Did we meet?
like Lawson and them.
Did we meet them there? We
Yeah.
We went to Tin Roof, had some high noons. We came back. We ended up playing
I mean,
Guitar
we were so
Hero.
drunk. Like I'm so hungover
Oh my
the
god, wait,
next
this
day.
is like such a fun date.
I thought so. She's phrasing it as like, you have 3 options. Like he forced me to do this.
No, I was obsessed with it. I had the best time. Thanks
I
for
thought-
taking.
And then
for the
didn't
date.
Hunter like save you with your car one time
Yeah.
with the window?
I didn't save shit, but I tried to go help and put a plastic bag on her car. It's funny that she called me for that because, Lord, everybody who knows me knows I'm the worst handyman ever. It just doesn't run in my genes. I could probably do it if I really tried and learned.
We did. We did try.
I think anybody could do anything if they tried and put the effort in, but gosh, I mean, I pay people to mow the lawn. I pay people to change my oil. Like, it's like I want to be good at one thing and, making money's up there. And it's like, so I can pay people that are good at those certain things to do them correctly
Totally.
and well. So
Totally.
I think
I
I
agree with
stay in my
that.
lane.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Stay in your lane.
But I appreciate the hell out of handymen. And, my roommate Eli, he's an engineer. He loves to go in CAD and reorganize the garage and put up shelves.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I pay him to put up shelves in my bath. I paid him $20 to put my shelves up. I paid him to hang all of our TVs. Like, I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. I'm on the same page here.
Yeah.
Same.
So
Hopefully we get a man in our life soon to do that for us.
it ain't going to be me, I don't know. That doesn't make
I
me a
guess
man.
I thought
but-
you were a handyman, but yeah, Hunter came, helped me with my car when it got broken into, taped it up, and then he left, and then I was like, called him back, and I was like, yo, let's get a drink. Like,
Yes,
it was like
that
literally
did
like, I need
happen.
help. Like,
I
I
was
need
like,
help. Like, it
well,
was so weird.
I think we were 15 minutes away from each other. You know, it was like a decent little drive. I go over there, help with the plastic bag or the garbage bag on the car. And then I drive all the way back home.
And
And,
then I,
I'm
like,
walking
call.
in the front door and Mackie's like, do you want to get a drink? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I do. It was like 9. And I think I was like, I think at that point I was like trying to give out. That was like before I went sober for 8 months. And I was
Yeah.
like trying to give it a little bit of a break on alcohol. But I was like, damn, that would be fun. And so I drove back and we got a drink.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
it was a good time.
I love
Yeah.
it. And then you guys didn't talk anymore after that.
Yeah.
So what did she do? So what the fuck did she do?
I mean, dude, don't put him on the spot.
I'm kidding,
Like,
Hunter. You don't have to answer this.
I did not have. I was rubbed in the wrong way at all by you, Mackie. I didn't know.
What if he was like, oh, so there was this one thing that you did?
There was this one thing that you said.
It was
and
exactly
so,
what it
like,
It was actually your breath. Yeah. No, I mean, I think when I've gone on that, I don't go on a lot of first dates, especially in that point in my life. You know, it was like second summer in Nashville.
Yeah.
I think I had just gotten out of like a 4 or 5 month relationship with a girl that I broke it off with because I didn't see a future with her. She was a great girl, loyal, we got along, but I just saw
Love
her as
it.
a friend, you know,
Yeah.
and I don't want to waste my time or anyone else's time. So I think if it's not just like a very strong connection up front, I'm not the type of person to, you know, go chase someone.
Totally, Hunter.
Love it,
Yeah.
Hunter.
All right, thank you
I've
for
been
answering
wondering.
that.
I've been wondering for a year and a half, 2
Stop
years.
it.
Thank you so
Stop
much.
it.
Closure. We love
Closure.
We love closure.
That is not the case.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that.
No,
Oh, it's
yeah, you were
okay.
not supposed to
But
do
that was the perfect answer.
Yeah, you
No,
did great.
I wouldn't
and I also
expect
feel like
anything
at
less.
the time, like you were like like you wanted to go sober, like you were sober curious, and like you had a lot on your mind, and it was like I did too, and I feel like we were both just like we don't really know what we're doing, and we just had fun and drank wine.
That is probably going to be the actual reason. I'm glad you brought that up because I think I was at a point in my life where I truly wasn't happy with myself and comfortable with being alone and my own thoughts and the
Totally.
things that were going on with me. And
Yeah,
so
me too.
I don't think I needed to be worried about anyone else at that point.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's
like
a blessing, cause same.
I think you really need to be, in order to be in a healthy and good relationship, I think you need to be okay with yourself and being alone. And I don't think you need to rely on anybody else for happiness or those things. You know, I think they
Totally.
should complement each other.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure it's just was a timing thing, you know.
Okay, no, that's really sweet. I love that so much.
That's really sweet, Hunter. Okay, so moving on.
Tell us how you met Julia.
Tin roof.
Tin Roof.
You're joking.
No.
Oh my God, I love it.
The story's fucked. I mean, it's like
Wait, tell
it
the
was-
story, tell
It
the
was funny. It was funny, like because everybody asked like how we met. So I met Julia, I think close to 2 years ago now. We started dating last July,
Okay.
so a little over a year. I guess more than that, maybe a year and a half now or so.
Yeah.
I met her at Tin Roof. I was blacked out. I think she was close to it. She came up to me on the dance floor. I was just throwing it back, being a drunk asshole like I normally do. I would just, you know how
Dude,
it was.
yeah,
I would
like,
just go out there.
That
and-
time we went to
I
Jason
know.
Aldean's. I think that's when you and Mackie met, when we went to Jason Aldean's. And I
That's
think
when we met.
literally we were all blackout.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It was a regular
No,
thing.
but you were
Yeah.
so fun throwing your ass.
I do like to do that. You know, I like to dance. You know, I've always been the type of drinker where it's like, I don't want to have like a beer with dinner. If I'm going to drink, I want to have 10 tequila shots
Yeah.
and go fucking hard.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how I am with kind of everything in my life, 0 or 100. And it's a blessing and a curse. You know,
Yeah.
it's good for a lot of things. It's not good for a lot of things as well. But I was dancing at Tin Roof. She ended up coming up to me. She asked me she bought me I think a Fireball shot. And then
I love this.
I put my number in her phone.
okay.
I didn't remember this interaction actually because the next weekend I was at Tin Roof doing the same thing. Funny story. Julia comes up to me, asks me for my number. I put it in the phone and it's already in there.
Wait,
And
so she didn't remember either?
no, we were
Oh
both
my gosh.
fucked. We were both fucked. And so she didn't remember asking me. I didn't remember putting it in there. And we were like dying laughing.
That's
You know,
cute.
I think a couple times after that, you know, we had some interaction after the bar.
Yeah.
You know,
Love.
Like a slumber party.
yeah, slumber party. Oh my God. Okay, this is terrible too. I'm weaving.
That's fine.
So I went the first night. I went over to her house and stayed the night after Tin Roof. This was like 2 weeks after getting to know her. 2 weeks after knowing her, went over to her house or her apartment. She lived with one roommate, and I got there. We were very drunk. per usual after Tin Roof, I ate an entire bag of weed gummies that she had.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, she had, there was like 10 or 15 in there, and like I was starving, and I wasn't making good decisions, so I just ate the entire bag. I passed out. We fell asleep in her bed, and then all of a sudden she told me this. She woke up in the middle of the night. I wasn't in the bed. She was like, "Oh, did he leave?" And so she opens the door, and I'm like in her living room, half on the couch and half like legs on the floor, just like asleep like this. And and she didn't know like what the hell was happening. So, in the morning, her roommate came out and was like, "Julia, like, did you have a guy over last night?" And she was like, "Yeah, like Hunter, like that guy I was telling you about, whatever." She was like, "Oh my God, I was freaking the fuck out." So she had a cat, her roommate had a cat. The cat was like making noises in the middle of the night, and she came out to investigate. I'm telling on myself here, and this is not a usual occurrence. She came out, I was sleepwalking off the gummies, and I was peeing in the sink. I was just peeing in her sink, and her cat is right there next to me, just like watching me pee in the sink.
Wait, you're not, no.
And like I used to sleepwalk a lot as a kid. I would like wake up in the basement, going to bed upstairs, and like I would take showers a lot because I guess in my head I thought I was like getting ready for school.
While you were asleep?
Yeah, and my mom would have to like get me out of the shower and like push me back in the room. It hasn't happened for a long time. I guess when you combine 12 shots of Tito's and 20 gummies, it happened. But I was peeing in the sink, and her roommate didn't know. Like she was like, she grabbed the cat, ran in her room, locked the door, and then was like, "There's this random man in the apartment." I'm surprised she didn't call the cops. And then I just went over there and fell asleep So that was the first experience.
Night with Julia.
First night with Julia. Thank God she gave me another shot after that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So we ended up hanging out a few more times, and it was more of a drunk thing. Like we got to the bar, drinks, and do whatever afterwards. And I really enjoyed her company. I had at that point in time, I never really had any other women that were kind of drunk hookups that I enjoyed being around. I would after a certain extent, I would be like, wow, this girl's very attractive, but has absolutely no substance, and this does not fulfill me at all.
Yeah.
Like, get the hell out of my house.
Yeah.
And I never felt that way with Julia. I was like, she would sleep over and we would go do activities the next day. And, I really enjoyed our time spent together. And then that April of last year, 2023, is when I stopped drinking, went sober. I was going to do it for a month because I got that new job at Craft Body Scan. I wasn't in the medical field anymore. I wasn't in the medical field previously, so I had a lot of training to do. And I was I prayed for this job. I worked really hard to get this job. Like, let's give it 100% effort. Let's drop the booze. Let's drop, the weed, whatever the case.
Wait, question. Did something happen to make you do that? Or were you just an overall, I'm not happy and I need to stop?
I was at a point where I was just in this cycle where, I was still focused on, I would go to the gym 5 times a week, focus on my eating, my nutrition. And I would go out Friday and Saturday night and get extremely fucked up and feel bad into Wednesday and basically start feeling good again and then repeat.
Yeah.
And I didn't make any progress with, a lot of the things I was battling with internally, mental health wise, and my relationships and my happiness. And I was like, so we need to change something up. And I was like, I just want to give this new opportunity my 100% effort. So I quit the drinking, and that's when Julia and I got really close, because that's when we started doing activities other than going out to the bar.
Yeah.
And she was in a similar position where that kind of wasn't making her happy anymore, just going out to the bars and drinking every weekend. And she did a lot of it in college as well as I did. And so I was kind of tired of it. And so when I got sober, and it turned into 8 months of sobriety, but Julia was there every single day for me, because it was very difficult at some points, but she was always there supporting me. And we did a lot of activities that, couples tend to do. We're cooking dinner together. We're going, to the pumpkin patch. We're doing the farmer's market. And I'm spending a lot of time with this girl. And I'm like, wow, anything I do now anything I do alone, I wish Julia was with me. And I didn't really want a relationship necessarily. I was young, and, I was like, I don't really want to commit to a relationship. And I told her that up front when I first met her. I was like, I don't really want a girlfriend at the moment. If you want to continue doing this or not because of that, I completely understand. I just want to be upfront with you. And we started hanging out a ton, and I was like, this woman, makes me happy every single second I'm with her. And anytime I'm doing something that is alone, I wish she was there doing it with me. So I was like, that's a pretty clear fucking sign, Hunter, that
Right.
you probably you probably like this girl.
Maybe you should date her.
Yeah, and then so we got serious, and we just continued to grow closer. She moved into my house this April, so she's been there for a few months now with a couple roommates, and she's amazing. I brag on her all the time. She's not like any other woman I've ever met, and she has to put up with a lot of shit. It's like not really my intention to bring
Right.
a lot of shit on her, but like just the things I do. I post daily online and social media. I'm shirtless. I'm doing modeling gigs.
Yeah,
It's like
totally.
and it's
You're
not
on the podcast.
You have to be a
I'm on the
special type of
podcast.
person. Yeah.
You have to be incredibly secure, incredibly
Confident,
headstrong, and
totally.
confident. And I am so thankful for her. We have the same ideas about what we want out of life. She's a big experience person where, we both want to take advantage of our youth. And I think, our time is limited, and it's like, Julia, I want to travel the world and see as many things as we can, and create an amazing life for our family, and do it a little bit later. She's not the type where it's like, we need to get married at 25 years old, and
Yeah.
I need babies by this age,
Yeah.
and this and that. So
Oh my God, I want to meet her so bad.
Me too.
you
She
will
seems so cool.
absolutely love her. She's a jack of all trades. She's so intelligent. She's so ambitious.
Oh my
she
God,
gets along.
I love her.
She
I
gets
love her.
along with everybody. We've had
adorable.
poker nights with the guys where it's like 12 guys, and she's the one doing drinks and aux cord, and all the guys love to have her around because no one feels like they need to hold back around her.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like she is the fucking homie. And
my God, I love
can't.
it.
I would spend an hour talking about how great she was if we had the time. So I'm excited for you guys to meet her. She's incredible. She holds me down, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for her. But it's I'm blessed. It was a great one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, I love
you
your
know?
story.
Oh, yeah, that's a great story. Can't wait to meet her.
Okay, so objectively, you are a great looking man.
Thank you.
I think like anyone that will see you will know that. Like even guys, right, Alex?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hot.
Thank you.
Hot.
man. Yep.
So, can we talk a little bit about like when you were single or even now, like having a girlfriend, do you have a lot of girls come up to you like at a bar? Or I guess you don't go out as much anymore, but like even out in the wild, like do you have people approach you?
Yeah, I think it's probably less than you would think.
Really?
People will look. Not a lot of times, come up.
Yeah.
Like I can feel, and I'm sure this sounds, so self-centered, but I can
No.
feel when I
We
walk
understand.
into a room or walk into a grocery store, and people are looking at me, and I definitely feel it sometimes. But no, I don't think a lot of people come up to me or necessarily say
Really?
that or anything of the sort.
I'm just like a huge believer in like women making moves. So like even Julia coming up to you on the dance floor, like I go up to men all the time. Like if I see
Good for
someone
you.
that I think is cute, I'm like, why would I not?
Yeah.
And my like opening line or usually my go-to
Yeah, see what he
is-
thinks of this.
is to just straight up ask like, are you single? Because I don't want to waste my time on like trying to flirt with someone if they're either married and they don't wear their ring or
Yeah.
they're taken. So I will just like go up to guys all the time and be like, hey, like I thought you were so cute. Are you single by chance?
I think that's a great opening line.
Okay.
I think that saves a lot of time, to your
Right?
point. So you don't beat around the bush, you flirt a little bit, and then you
Yeah.
find out this guy's, got his girlfriend at home, and he's
Yeah.
just kind of, leading you on for a good conversation and wants an ego boost. So
Totally.
get it out of the way. Are you single? Oh, great. And then carry on. You got to vet them,
Okay, great. I love that you like that.
If it's the law of large numbers, so it's like if you don't hit this one, just hit another one.
Right?
And then
I'm just hoping one day I'll find my husband that way.
I think you 100% will, and I don't think there's any rush on it. you know.
Totally. Oh, I'm not in a rush. I
Oh,
just
she's
love
not in
to
a
flirt
rush.
and like
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
very
mean-
outgoing. I can see that. I mean, I remember meeting you at that the first time. I think it was at some bar on Broadway. That could was it a
was
Titans
it Jason
game?
Aldean's?
I think it was across
I think
the
you guys
street.
had met before that.
It was like a Titans game. maybe.
Yeah.
And like we were with the Kentucky.
Oh yes, it
group.
was. It was.
Yeah,
It was that.
I had a blast talking to you. I was like,
I
this
totally
girl
remember
is
this. Yes,
amazing.
yeah.
No, I thought you
Thank
were so
you.
outgoing, very personable, and I think anyone would feel the same way. So keep shooting your shot and doing your thing, because if the right one, if you're being yourself around the right one, they're gonna snatch you up. I mean,
Oh my God.
you're gonna be
We
there.
love it.
Can you drop some advice? You're out of the game now, and we appreciate it. Leaving some
Alex is out of the game as well.
leaving some ladies for the
Nice.
rest of everybody. Can you give a tip to guys on how to approach women in a good way?
Yes, men fuck this up all the time. I see it. It's disgusting. You know, I'm big on a few things. You know, and I think people may think whatever they want about it, but I think one, respect and learning boundaries with women. I mean, because I've met so many men that I think are good people, or, you know, fun to be around, or, you know, treat other men well. And then you get in an environment where there's women around and they completely change into this like animalistic, you know, beast.
Totally.
And, you know, I'm like,
true.
you know, chill the fuck out. And I will never keep anyone close to me or in my circle or anyone around that makes women feel uncomfortable or makes them feel like they're being pressured into anything. So I think the biggest thing for men is knowing when to stop. Like, if you take a fucking hint, dude, it's like if you go up to a girl. I love that shit. Okay, that's so cool. Very, very good setup you guys have. I think if you go up to a woman and, you know, you shoot your shot, you have your line or whatever, and she's obviously not interested, or, you know, she's not taking a liking to you, cut your losses and don't keep pushing and pestering and chasing that woman. What my strategy, what my lack of strategy would be go out for me to have fun and be the fun person that I am, and it always attracted other people. You know, it's like I never went out with the intention of getting with a girl or talking to women, or I just knew it would come if I would go out and create a fun environment for myself. And it you know, it never failed me. It's like, if you're that dude in the corner talking to your buddy, just looking at all the girls at the bar, you know, like, look at those girls are cute, you know, like we should go scheme on that. No one fucking wants that creepy dude looking at you in the corner. No one. I mean, oh my God, don't worry about it. Go have fun, be yourself. And it's like, if you have that, you know, outgoing presence and you're bringing the fun, it's going to come to you. I think humor is a big thing. That's always really how I would get women, especially when I was fat and didn't look the way I did. Because I got some women when I was, you know, unattractive in my eyes, you know, like I was fat majority of my life. The only reason women would talk to me in middle school is because I was fucking funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I knew how to make women laugh. I knew how to make them feel comfortable. I knew how to create a safe environment. You know, women always looked at me as a good person to be around. They felt comfortable. So I think having the decency to know when to stop or take a hint, I think bringing humor into the equation and creating an environment that is fun to be around and welcoming, I think those are two of the key things, you know, and I was never one to chase.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Totally. This is great advice.
This is great.
So if you're not outgoing and good looking, then be funny. And if you're not funny, then good luck.
You can
Be yourself.
Have fun.
Yeah, I don't
Have fun.
necessarily think.
Yeah, have fun.
I don't think you're necessarily out of the game if you're not funny or not good looking. I think you can still, you know, have the decency to make women feel comfortable and be respected and have a genuine conversation and be interesting and listen. I think listening is something that, you know, guys have a hard time with. People want to be heard.
People
I
wanna
wanna
talk
be
about
heard.
themselves.
Oh my God, I pay my therapist a fuck ton of money to just go in there and sit. I mean, I could do it. I really like her, but I could do it to that wall right there, you know, and not pay any money. But I like to be heard.
Yeah.
Women like to be heard. Everybody wants to be heard. So if you can put more attention into listening to that other side of that conversation and actually retaining what they're saying and providing valuable commentary back, I mean, I think that's going to get you a lot further than you doing some pickup lines or surface level bullshit.
Yeah. I think that's so true, because I know some men that like literally just love to talk about themselves and like will do that the entire time instead of like giving the girl like the floor to talk. Like, ask her about herself. Like, try to get to know her. Don't make it all about you.
Agreed, 100%.
Love it.
Know? So
I love it so much.
yeah, those are, I mean, it's tough it's tough to kind of apply all of those if you are in an environment where it's like a tin roof and it's like midnight and everyone's nasty drunk and dancing and whatever the case. But like, I think those can be applied to, and I also think that guys need to get a little bit out of their comfort zone more often, because I have friends, I have good buddies of mine that are incredible human beings, would make incredible partners, would provide and are very respectful, but oftentimes they're too even scared to go initiate a conversation or go up in the first place. And, you know, I have the outlook on my life now, especially after this year, that one decision, one conversation, one comment you make can change the entire trajectory of your life. And it's like, it's crazy to think about. I mean,
it's actually crazy to think about. Like, even sitting on an airplane next to someone, like if you initiate that conversation, like I've met so many people.
You've met a lot of airplane people.
Like friends, literally people that I'm like, I'm going to see you again. I'm going to hang out with you again. One
of my goals for 2024 was to talk to someone new every day.
Oh,
and
I
so
love that goal.
I would make that on the higher end of my priorities each day, whether it be at the gym or at the grocery store or something. If I had a genuine compliment or thing to say, I wouldn't fake it. You know, I wouldn't go up and just say some bullshit just to, you know, accomplish the task of speaking to someone new. But if you have something genuine to say it. No one does anymore. I mean, like, if I'm seeing you in Trader Joe's with those pants on, now me is going up to you and saying, holy fuck, like those pants are awesome. And, and the red with it, you're killing it, girl. Like, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And then continue to walk away, you know? And then maybe you'll get a tap on the shoulder, be like, wait, you know, who are you?
Yeah.
You know? Because it never happens, you know, and people don't get out of their comfort zone. And if you're always comfortable, you will never grow.
Yeah.
You know, the growth is in the uncomfortable situations and doing the things you don't want to do.
And stepping out of your comfort zone.
Because there's nothing bad that can happen from being genuine and being nice to someone. You know, nothing bad.
Oh my God, Hunter.
We love it. Thank you, Hunter.
Wow. Amazing. Do you have anything like exciting coming up that you can share with our listeners, or any fun
clothes? Did I see something about clothes? Can we talk about that?
Yes, we're dropping some clothes. I'm in between. I have a manufacturer out of Arizona right now where I'm working on 4 SKUs, and you know the MOQ per SKU is like 300. So it's like 1,200 SKUs that I'm probably going to be doing for my first collection.
Wow.
Which, between all the one-time costs of the Shopify store and the trademark attorneys and the product design and sampling and the development and doing this correctly, because I'm not going in like, you know, printing some shit for $5. I want to do this correctly. I'm passionate about clothes that make me feel good and I like wearing, and I want them to be of good quality. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a pickle per se at the moment, because I'm thinking about cutting it down to a couple less SKUs, because I think it's going to be like a $40,000 endeavor for the first drop with everything. And with the margins I have with this one group out of the United States, they're not good. I would be lucky to break even on the first collection. But the one thing is I've never been scared to spend money. It's got me in a lot of trouble as well, but I think it's a good mindset. I've always had the mindset of abundance, that it's going to come back, you know? So I'm passionate about clothing. It's something I've always wanted to do. And so I look at it as something that I can build alongside this personal brand that I'm building. And ultimately I don't look at it as, you know, this is a way to get a quick bag. It's a project that I'm having fun with, I'm learning, I didn't know anything about, and I'm continuing to progress, and that's how I look at that. So I'm kind of in between on exactly what to do, but usually it should be Q1 of 2025. I should have my first drop out. I have some other things in the cards in terms of long form content. I'm going to push YouTube hard.
Amazing.
I'm going to be starting to do one long form video a week, just because I've had a lot of people ask, and I've had the most fun making long form content, because I mean, I can get in a setting like this and just fucking yap away for hours, and it's like I don't get to provide that same substance in a minute long Instagram reel. You know, we got to keep it very short, concise. I can't really show me, my personality, and so the long form content's coming. We're dropping some clothes. We have some good partnerships in the way. I'm taking a acting class at the moment to do some commercial acting on the side, not theatrical, but
wonderful.
Some modeling gigs that are coming up as well. And so it's a lot, you know. It's again, I'm passionate about a lot of different things. I struggle with, you know, kind of keeping it contained to, hey, prioritize these 1, 2, 3 things right now, because you don't have to do 20 things at the moment, you know, even though that I want to do a million things at the moment. So we're going to continue to grow the personal brand, continue to I've got an exciting launch of another platform coming up next week that I won't get into, but you
Yay.
guys will see it.
Yay,
But,
Hunter. Well,
yes.
Oh my God, we are so happy for you. This is incredible. Like, thinking back to when we hung out like a year and a half ago or 2 years, like we were I just like never thought you would be like a guest on the podcast. Like, this is amazing. Like, I'm so proud of you. This is
Thank you.
awesome.
It's
Yes.
awesome. You have so many exciting things in the works, and we're so happy for you, and we're so proud of you.
It's
Thank
been
you,
really
guys.
fun to
Yeah.
watch. Like, when you posted that video in January, we were like, oh my God, did you see Hunter's video? Like, we're so excited.
Yeah, I
And,
think
like,
I
look at
commented on
this.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the support I was talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I had friends that I wasn't even that close to at the time. They're
Yeah.
like, go and do it. You know?
So happy for you.
And thank you guys so much. It means a lot. And I hope if anybody else is watching and they don't have anything that they're wanting to do, they shouldn't hold back. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you could get hit by a fucking bus tomorrow. So like, put the effort in and
Totally.
do the things you're passionate
Totally.
about.
And fuck the haters, because Hunter's killing it. Let's go, everyone.
We love
you,
it, Hunter.
Kenna.
All right. Well,
Yes.
will you
Thank
give
you
us a
so
little
much.
love you, bye?
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.